Yeah, you had mentioned to me off air that we had talked about how in many of these stories there is a kind of consciousness of there being a previous kind of pagan stories and worldview, and then a Christian kind of overlay or superiority
Hmm.
to that. And so you said when the little girl goes off to search for her brothers, when she comes to the sun and the moon, they both are sort of devouring of humans, children and things.
Hmm.
And that reminded you of older pagan traditions of human sacrifice.
Hmm.
And then
Yeah.
when she goes to the stars and she ends up only having to sacrifice her little finger. That is kind of perhaps the sort of progression of Christian sacrifice where because for Christians Christ was put up as a sacrifice for all of humanity, then we no longer need to sacrifice our flesh, or we only need to sort of give up our
Hmm.
spirit and faith. And so maybe that little finger is
Hmm.
of the little girls is kind of symbolic of that.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think also like when she talks to the stars and the moons, like they want to take something from her. They want to take her flesh, but the stars, they give her the bone. So, um, yeah, so they don't need to take anything from her
Yeah.
initially until she loses the bone and has to sacrifice the finger. But
Yeah.
yeah, they give her the bone, and it kind of reminds me how in Christianity, like uh, it's like you're given the body of Christ as kind of a gift for your soul and stuff. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've never thought of communion that way. By the way, you said she first goes to the star and the moon. I mean, you meant the sun and the moon, and then later she
yeah,
goes to the sort of council of the stars.
yeah, the stars, yeah.
So why do you think she loses the bone or the chicken bone that the stars give her?
Mm. Yeah, actually, it's a mystery to me. Maybe it was meant to be lost. I'm thinking. Uh,
I mean,
Maybe it might have been a test for her or some sorts to see how much if she would be willing to give up part of herself for her
yeah,
brothers.
yeah, it does end up being a test whether it was intentional or not.
Mm,
Yeah, there may be a sense of just how the gift from the stars is maybe a little bit too much for a human on a long journey to really be able to hold. And they
mm,
still end up having to sacrifice some of themselves, just like
mm,
any of us would on any kind of journey, metaphorical or not. You're going to end up maybe being worn down, and you're at
mm,
least going to lose time, which her journey to the end of the world and the sun, the moon, and the stars can be seen as some kind of journey through time anyway.
mhm. Yeah. And when I think about the the object being like a chicken stick, like it just makes me think that that living being has already given all of itself. It's dead already. It can't really offer more. So yeah, maybe she's just supposed to, as a kind of living person, kind of offer herself in some way.
But you're saying that the stars gave her a piece of chicken bone, but it was not actually sufficient so that
Um,
for her to get
yeah,
into the glass
maybe.
mountain.
Yeah, maybe, or like it wasn't enough, and but like I think said, maybe, and maybe the stars were actually testing her. Um,
Yeah.
in a way. So
Or I'm almost thinking maybe
yeah.
they're giving her enough. Basically, what they give her allows her into the glass mountain. It's
Hmm.
not that she can actually use it, but she is taught by it. So when she
Hmm.
opens the handkerchief or the kerchief that had contained the chicken bone and it's not there anymore, um, she still has the memory of what was there.
Hmm.
She still learned something from the stars, which makes sense from a more abstract and sort of celestial, orderly God rather than a more bodily kind of anthropomorphic God like in earlier
Hmm.
kind of times. Um, yeah, she knows what to do. And then she has a chance to show her virtue, I guess, or to test her virtue, like you're kind of saying, by
Hmm.
cutting off her finger to get into the glass mountain.
Please like and subscribe for more of our open minded content and comment below on your thoughts or questions about the story. Let us know if you'd like us to cover another stimulating story, and thank you for participating.